Yeah.
Hello guys, welcome to Technology Master. Today we are going to show you full review of OPPO A37. So let's start. As far as smartphone reviews go, there is rarely a time when one finds a device so perfectly designed to meet its market that its flaws, though annoying, seem too trivial a matter. The OPPO A37 is not that device, but it does come dangerously close to being it. The device might not be perfect, it even lacks a full HD screen, but it kind of grows on you, eventually. The OPPO A37, though oddly named, is not a high-end device, and neither does its price, of $289 without a contract, reflect so. The device thus makes only one promise, that of delivering robust performance with little to no nonsense features. It has just enough to make the device usable and friendly, but not too much that it overpromises and overdelivers. Somewhat like Inspector Gordon in The Dark Knight, where he makes just enough of a presence to be important and does not try and overdeliver but ends up leaving everyone with a slight smile when we see he is alive and well. The design team for the OPPO A37 must have been the same one that worked on the R9. The phone is available in similar color offerings and is available in rose gold as well as gold. The rear of the A37 looks like a mini version of the R9 and it has the similar importance given to the cameras of the device. With so much focus on being a simpler, more marketable version of the R9, the device does have pretty deep shoes to fill in terms of marketing-based expectations. In reality, the not-so-spectacular nature of the R9 lets the OPPO A37 beat the expectations one has for it. With the side bezel of this OPPO A37 tapered just slightly, it is just as easy to grip and play with. Though it has a small screen 5 inches to boot, the device has just enough pixels to let you enjoy a decent 720p video. Surprisingly, the A37 is not too light. At 136GB, it is just a whisker under the 143GB of an iPhone 6's, however it does not feel too heavy when held. It feels sturdy enough without giving it a brick-like sensation and is well-meaning in its design. Just like the older sibling, the A37 has the same ColorOS 3.0 UI that powers the device. This might come as a surprise since a lower-end device would have some features that would be either turned off or not supported, however that is not the case here. OPPO has not cut corners or offered fewer options in the user interface. The 5.0 HD display on the device also supports the eye protection mode that first originated on the Apple EOS. This mode filters out the amount of blue light emitted by the screen pixels. In doing so it assists in allowing you to sleep earlier. There is a more rigorous scientific explanation to this phenomenon that has to do with the eye muscles. You can read more about it on Wikipedia. As mentioned, the device runs on ColorOS 3.0 that is based on the Android 5.1 platform, but the navigation is vastly similar to that of an iPhone 6's. The software, being the latest offering by OPPO and having already undergone revisions to improve it, is bug-free from day one and did not pose much of an issue or challenge to navigate through. Though not instantaneous, for the low cost of the A37, the response time is adequate with a minor lag present. The OPPO A37 comes with 2GB or RAM which powers a Snapdragon 410 quad-core processor. These two together do seem a tad bit underpowered for the phone, with slight lag present even when switching from one screen to another. Using heavy apps, however, shows significant performance dips with lags, slow response time and overheating evident as the chipset tries its best to push out the power required. The OPPO A37 is a mini-me version of the selfie-focused R9 and just like that device it shares a similar affinity for the camera and its related beauty mode. Its rear camera has the better specs with 8MP while the front chimes in at 5MP. Both the cameras have the same f/2.2 aperture and thus allow for good quality images. This might be contrary to the R9 setup where the front camera has more megapixels. Nonetheless, The UI and options afforded on both devices are the same. The highlight of the phone is claimed to be its camera system. The front and rear cameras are 5MP and 8MP sensors respectively, but OPPO claims that they're based on 1.4 micrometers technology. What this means is that the individual pixels are larger, leading to brighter, less noisy images. In theory anyway. The sensors also feature Omni-BSI Plus technology which, ignoring the marketing jargon, means that the sensors use backside illumination for better low-light performance. On the software front, the camera app apparently supports multiple scene mode, a range of filters, shooting modes and more. You also get Beautify 4.0, which is supposed to beautify your selfies, using intelligent algorithms derived from the analysis of millions of selfies. The software also features 2 modes for different skin tones. Also included is a palm shutter mode that lets you start a countdown timer by waving your hands in front of the camera. It is equipped with 5MP front camera with a 1/4 inch sensor and Omni-BSI Plus backside illumination. Its large 1.4 pixels is the biggest available in this price segment and is really capable of increasing light sensitivity and reduced noise for taking good selfies in low light. Also, this phone sports an 8MP rear camera with LED flash, BSI sensor, f/2.2 aperture. The camera comes with various filters, patterns and beauty, panorama modes etc. to click perfect and high-quality images as per your taste. The beauty mode has 7 different levels of intelligent beautification and this will be quite useful for snapping beautiful selfies. This phone is capable of Full HD, 1080p, video recording with time-lapse feature. This phone supports 4G LTE Indian bands and also provides speeds of up to 150 Mbps for downloads. The call quality of this phone is good even in those areas where signal quality is an issue. It also offers other, standard connectivity options of Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, GPS/AGPS, and micro USB etc. This phone gets its energy from 2630 mAh non-removable battery. Here we go. Etc. This phone gets its energy from 2630 mAh non-removable battery which keeps the phone alive for approximately 8 hours depending upon your usage. However, there is no provision for fast charging on the battery. This phone runs on 1.2 GHz quad-core, Snapdragon 410, MSM8916, processor combined with 2 GB of RAM and 16 GB of storage, which can be further extended up to 128 GB. Nowadays the phones in this segment come with higher rating processor and 3 GB RAM. This is let down in this phone and still the phone performs well with its processor and RAM capacity. We did not see any lag while using different apps and switching between the apps was fine. The only problem occurs when you watch the highly intensive games continuously on this handset. The phone gets heated a little bit and there are occasional stutters also. But these are minor nagging issues which will not mar your experience of using this phone. Power button and SIM slot is provided on the right-hand side. The SIM slot has 3 trays, 2 for SIMs and 1 for microSD card for extension of internal storage. On the left-hand side, there is volume, rocker and earphone jack is on the top of the device. At the bottom of the phone is slot for charging and 2 grills for speaker for uniformity, but there is only 1 speaker fitted in the device. Battery life is an area that OPPO has shown considerable strength in, with the R9 far exceeding the expectations that were set for it, and the A37, in a similar fashion, manages to score really well. A typical day's use of the battery will not leave you seeing red at the end of the day, that is for sure. It manages to average slightly over a day's worth of charge, and eliminates the need to carry a power bank everywhere you go. On the other hand, the device comes pre-packaged with a VOOC flash charger and fast charge technology. The A37 can go from 0 to 70% in a matter of 30 minutes, and this is by no means an easy feat. The low-end chipset and display also seem to work wonders for extending the battery life of the device. All in all, it has a solid battery, and OPPO should continue its endeavor in this arena. That's all for today. If you like the video, please share and subscribe to our channel for more videos. Peace. FMP. Both the cameras have the same f/2.2 aperture, thus allow for good quality images. This might be contrary.